Hello. So it's been a moment since I made these videos or a video. I absolutely hate making a video in which I have to talk about valium and valium withdrawal. I think the last time I made a video I was at 3.25 milligrams. I eventually got down to 3 milligrams. Everything was going fairly well until it wasn't, and then everything turned horrible again. Headaches came back, dizziness, exhaustion, severe depression, some level of anxiety. Surprisingly enough, it's not the anxiety that gets me the most. It is the depression, the lack of enjoyment in anything. I do become overwhelmed, but it's not like my typical anxiety in which I'm terrified the world is coming to an end and I'm caught in the midst of it. So I was at 3.25. I got down to 3 milligrams. It takes about 2 to 3 weeks after my latest cut to feel the impacts. By Christmas, I was starting to get really sick, and that was partly because of all the junk food I was eating with Christmas. That's understandable, but it was a different type of sickness. It was the bloating and the severe indigestion. I ended up becoming severely depressed over the Christmas holidays. I think by January 10th, somewhere around there, I missed 3 days of work. I was severely depressed. The problem is that when this happens, I hop back up. I jumped back up from 3 milligrams up to 12 milligrams on a Tuesday, and then I think I went up to 12 milligrams the following Wednesday, and then that just messes everything up. It's called kindling, and I get really sick that way, and it throws off everything. So I've been at 3 milligrams steadily for a week now. I've been having a headache, dizziness, exhaustion, depression. Those are my big ones. Bloating and indigestion. It's very discouraging because a year ago I was at 4 milligrams. So before the crash in September 2021, I had gotten down to 2.25 milligrams, and that took me. It took me a year and a half at least. It took me about close to 2 years. So close to 2 years later, I find myself still at 3 milligrams and not knowing if I'm ever going to get off Valium. This is like nothing I've ever experienced. It's not an addiction. It's not like the Valium calls my name. It's completely a physical dependency. I have a history of hard drug use. I've withdrawn or detoxed from crack cocaine dozens of times. It's a walk in the park, an absolute walk in the park compared to this. This is the most miserable and difficult thing I've ever done, and it is psychological in the sense that you start to think you're losing your mind. You start to think you're attributing symptoms. You're not sure why you're sick all the time. You start to doubt whether it's the Valium or not, and yet, as miserable as this is, I have to get off the Valium. It's a horrible drug. It was good when I needed it for what I needed it for, but it did become a habit, and now it just takes the enjoyment out of life. It just kind of numbs you. It complicates things in a strange way. I just know I don't want to be on it. I have no desire to reach for it, but when I get this sick, I don't know what else to do, and it's like nothing else. Thank you guys. I hope you guys aren't suffering, and if you are, I hope this video brings you some comfort. Thank you.